What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to do our Tampa Bay Lightning season preview for the 2015-2016 season. Tampa coming off their longest playoff run in over a decade, losing Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, really showcasing how good of a team and organization they have. And I picked them to win the Eastern Conference going into the season, so this guy knows his stuff. A little bit different dynamic this year. There could be a storyline that goes on all year long involving Steven Stamkos, and no, it's not when he scores 70 goals. It's his contract situation. I thought a deal would be done by now, and we're almost into September, and they haven't signed him. I think the deal still will get done, but the longer it drags on, the more of a chance the Toronto Maple Leafs have to make themselves look good. You never know. But if I had to bet where he'll play next in 2016-2017, I bet Tampa, Florida. Having said that, let's look at this Lightning team and break down what to expect from them in 2015-2016. I think you'll get more out of Jonathan Drouin than he did last year. I think I'm not gonna say it'll be like Tyler Seguin with the Bruins, where he went from being a bit piece on a team that the Bruins won the cup, and Drouin's case with the Lightning went to the final. Kind of playing a bit role, if you will. But I mean, I think he'll be ready to step in and see more responsibility. Have more, a little more put on his plate in 2015-2016. So again, I like the kid's game. He's a naturally gifted playmaker, and I think if you give him the right situation, he can really light it up, and I think year 2 is going to be pretty big for him. He's not the only young guy to be excited about. Obviously, the triplets line, Palat, Tyler Johnson, and Kucherov. To think for a second, those guys are amazing to watch, and their contracts are they're questioned. Palat and Johnson are signed for 2 more years for this one, and Kucherov's ELC is up at the end of this year. So again, this is kind of what changes the dynamic for Tampa this season. There's a lot of question marks, and who's going to be around, who's not going to be around, and it's kind of stupid to get worked up about, but at the same time, it's like, as much as you want to win this year, and I think they have a very, very good shot to win this year, you want to think long term and keeping this nucleus, or as much as nucleus, intact for as long as you can. On defense, good group of guys. A lot of size back there. When you have a guy like Andre Schuster at 6'7", and Victor Hedman at 6'5", in addition to some other pretty big boys, Jason Garrison, Coburn, guys like that. That's what you need to compete. Go up there and take away good amount of the ice. In Hedman's case, play 30 minutes a game. I think Hedman, had he not been hurt last year, would have been an Norris Trophy finalist. I think if he doesn't get hurt this year, he's a Norris Trophy finalist. He's improved leaps and bounds from where he was even 2 years ago, and it's just amazing to watch him play, and just how great of a player he is, and what he brings to that team in Tampa every single night is definitely impressive, and something that I really enjoy watching him play. It's one of the few guys you can kind of stick that all-world label on, have it make sense. But again, the blue line's great. Strawman was one of the better free agent signings of last year. You look at what the Capitals gave Brooks Orpik, who's I think 6 years older and not as mobile, doesn't do as much, versus what the Lightning gave Strawman. It's like, wow, Stevie Eisman knows what he's doing. So that's, again, I really like their D. I think you'll get more out of Coburn this year. I think he's in a contract situation himself. He's playing for a new contract, so he's UFA at the end of the year, and expect him to play pretty well. Struggled with injuries and ineffectiveness when he came over from Philly, but I think being able to open camp with the team, have that sense of familiarity, will definitely help him going into the season. Goaltending situation: Ben Bishop, Andre Vasilevsky. Two pretty good goalies. Both stepped up at different times. I've been a Vasilevsky guy for a long time, and if Vasilevsky's playing really well, I wouldn't be shocked if they did trade Ben Bishop. I don't think they will. I don't think that's in the cards. But if they were to, I think Vasilevsky is as good, if not better. I think long term he's a better option. But 21. What's a kid going to be 3-4 years from now? And goalie development isn't a straight curve. It's it has its peaks and valleys, its ups and downs. So we'll see how that works out. Again, I like both goalies. I've been a Vasilevsky guy for a long time. I've been a Ben Bishop guy since he was at the University of Maine. So I've had the chance to watch him play a lot, and Tampa's in a good situation. Guys like Gillespie's and Wilcox and the Gophers. I get some good goalies in the system as well. I mean, they've got a great prospect pool. Whether it's Anthony D'Angelo or Stevens, I got the draft this year. So if they want to make moves at the deadline, they've got the pieces to move around the board. I think they will. I mean, Steve Eisman's always going to be proactive and doing whatever he can to improve the team. And again, I expect more of the same. Even with all the contract questions surrounding the team, I think Tampa's going to play to win, and I think they will be at least in the Eastern Conference Final next year. If you put a gun to my head and say pick two teams, Eastern Conference Finals, I'm saying Tampa and New York again. I think it's going to be those two outfits. I think the Rangers will be back, and I think Tampa will be ready to roll. So anyway, that's like sort of the power play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.